Okay, we're back. Down we go into slime. Oh boy. Wow. This is a garbage spot. Terrible, awful entrance to this place. What to do? What to do about it? I think it's pretty clear that I should be using one of my giant pile of haste potions immediately. Then we'll pog. Then we'll step. Then we'll use infestation. I don't want to kill this stuff somehow, right? We'll open up with an ice blast, which is sure to kill the... Wait, why is it? Oh, it wants to let me BVC the Shining Eye, but we're not gonna go that route just yet. Really don't want to let any of this crap get next to me. So, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to start haunting. It's not guaranteed to keep this stuff off me, and of course it doesn't, but that's fine. That's workable. We are hasted, remember. Did I get hit? Oh, it's the wall. Let's pog this way. We end up right here. This isn't ideal, but we want to infest as much as possible. So we're going to get this, and we're going to BVC this stuff. Weirdly enough, I haven't been mutated yet. We're going to acid blast that. Taking a good bit of damage here from the wall. I think the smart play is probably to drink and heal wounds. Trying to get a good little army of these guys. These infested guys. Death scarabs, you know. Okay, that thing is slowed. We really would rather not take a hit from it. Let's take a step. Okay, good. Take another step. Now we have a nice little army. Let's infest all this stuff. Let's infest all this stuff as well. We miscast, I think. A lot of stuff happening, kind of hard to see, but I see it doesn't really... I don't need to check that log, I can see it's not infested, so we'll do that. Get those guys with BVC, they'll die and make more scarabs. This was a nasty, nasty landing. But thankfully, the game gave me the tools to deal with it from the Necronomicon. So, as you can see, it's just murdering everything, you know. Pretty sweet, right? And you know what would have happened if I hadn't hasted immediately? That whole thing would have been twice as bad. If you have a bunch of haste, or even if you have just a few haste, and you're in a situation like that, don't be afraid to use your resources, man. Like, a lot of people think that they gotta save it. Like it's somehow gonna give them a higher score or something if they don't use haste. I've been guilty of that in the past. It's not the right way to go about it. I'm eating some of this damage, trying to get this gold. Oops. Alright, got all the gold. We move down. Again, we open up with some infestation. And as you can see, the scarabs kill everything. It's just a matter of getting a couple scarabs on the ground, and you can solve just about any problem in this game with enough scarabs. We still have a rather low amount of hit points, so gotta keep that in mind on this character. Let's haunt this. Infest. Iron shot, and down he goes. Sweet. Let's get some Some more iron shots on these guys. Now we've got a nice little infestation. One thing that complicates the infest plan here, of course, is that the walls are acid, and unfortunate reality is that death scarabs don't have that much in the way of hit points, so you're gonna lose a certain amount just from that. Field of floods there. Now I would like for this thing to die, but it's become titanic, so we may have to bail out of this floor, unfortunately. Let's see, 55% chance to enslave. It's not terrible, but let me just, you know, why don't I just haunt this stuff and we'll see how we do. Sort of working. You know what I could really use? I could use sublimation. That'd be kind of nice. Then again, I don't I don't think I want to risk taking away hit points for, oh boy. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna have to use blinking. We'll haunt. We will lightning spire. I'll go ahead and infest. And I'm going to BVC so we can get some friends from the back. Haunt again. Haunt again. Now we got a nice mess here, which is exactly what I want. Because the more of a mess we have, the less damage I'm taking. Alright, that's one more floor clear. Not so bad. Now we're going to go down. Now we don't know how nasty this floor is going to get, so let's just preemptively make these things. Yeah. Well, that's nice, I guess, although I would really like to have multiple ways into Slime 5, especially bearing in mind that I don't actually know if I'm going to run into things like floating eyes. I know I don't want to run into floating eyes. Love that AF slow. It's so good. I think I'm going to go ahead and use an Ambrosia real quick, just to get my mana back. We have Curing, so... Nice. Get all of them in one nice explosion, get some more scarabs. There's our TRJ friend. Do I want to fight him here? Not really, but I'm going to haste and do it anyway. I'm going to... Do I have a lot of brilliance? I only have 2. What's the worst miscast that could happen with transmutation? Probably not one that I want. Let's use brilliance. Let's necromutate. Let's just start tormenting. Nice. You can't make scarabs out of the spawns. Anyway, it was not exactly perfectly done, but TRJ is dead, so with almost no risk to me, so I'm pretty fine with what happened. These scarabs just destroy everything, man. It's outrageous. Oh, wow. Necromutation's still at 7%. That's still red fail. Man, I wanna... I guess I'll take transmutations to 16. I don't want to overtrain it because it's not really helping me with anything else. Whereas if I train Necromancy, I'm getting BVC and Haunt as well. Spell power on those actually helps quite a bit. There's a Staff of Conjuration. Hardcore MP +9. There's some Senv. Probably should carry around Senv as a swap on. Book of Burglary. You know, Swiftness is not bad to have. Let myself get mutated there. It's not a big deal, though. Looks like in the Battle of Scarabs versus slimy slime creatures, Scarabs win. Fun, fun, fun. All right. Remove curse. Don't need to be wearing a minus cast armor, that's for sure. Penetration +9 Arbalest. What a great weapon. Very great weapon. We're not using it, but it is a great weapon. Okay. We've almost got Necromutation to good castability. It'll be yellow before too long. Problem is, Necromancy and Transmutation miscasts are probably the worst ones in the game, or are up there at least. So it's not something we want to really play games with. Alright, so that's done. We've done slime now. I think I said I was going to do Vaults 5. Oh, I have a fire. So let's do Vaults 5. Now, I could bribe this, and I might, because we don't have a hatch. We do have immolation. That's sweet. I don't want to immolate. I want to use infestation. What I really want is to have a ton of mana. So you know what? I think I'm actually gonna use Staff of Power instead. Whoa, yeah. I want to go to Vaults 4, not 5. Thought I hit 5 there for a second. It's not good. All right, I want to have Staff of Power on. Rest up. 82 mana, right? Haste, right? And screw it. Let's use Brilliance too. We'll use Agility because we don't know how long we're going to be down here. We're going to cast Necromancer. Boom. We have more AC now. We're immune to Torment. You know, everything is going to be great. So now we go down. We can get all these guys in one. We can get 4 dudes here. We can get all these guys in one. We can get that there. BVC. We're going to have a ton of scarabs if we can get this, if we can pull this off. I'm going to use Ice Blast. Whoa! Okay. We're taking a lot of damage already. I didn't think I'd be able to melee this stuff. Let's use Scroll of Fear. Oh, darn. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, Lich is not the right way to go for one thing. I gotta be able to heal. I should have blinked out of this. I wanted to. This is just me trying to have too much fun, is what it is. Let's rethink. Jeez. Well, we got our first scarab. I guess... You know what? Yeah, I am going to use Scroll of Blinking. And we're going to use Pog. We're going to use BVC. Going to take a step. We're going to make sure all this stuff is infested. And we're going to use Haunt on this thing because I don't want it to get any closer to me. This was inexpertly done. This whole thing. Let's make a lightning spire, block the path a bit. Pretty soon I'm gonna have a big pile of scarabs. It's gonna be great. We are hasted, so don't think that we're in like a terrible spot here. But I gotta remember I'm a deep elf. I can't do the kind of goofy things I'd like to be doing because I just don't have the hit points to support it. Oh, now we're cooking with gas. We're gonna have a million things. Worst case scenario, I'm going to need to ask Gozak for some help, but I don't think I'm gonna. See, I'm out of mana now. I think all I'm going to do is end Transformation, and I'm going to use Ambrosia. Wait. There's no way he's, I see my scarabs look like they're disappearing, but surely they can't be abjured. No, nothing's getting abjured. Wonder what those puffs of smoke are. Well, let's just wait a turn. Whoops. Transmutation's a 16. Let's trade Necromancy up. Still confused, which is fine. I'm getting our mana back. And the scarabs are doing tons and tons of work for us, so everything's good. Alright, that's over. I see all this stuff is actually, for the most part, the stuff on the north is infested, so let's get this stuff. We'll get BVC on those dudes. And we'll get BVC on those dudes, and we're going to get a whole new pile of friends. There is an Ancient Lich. He's going to get haunted. He's not going to get constricted just yet because he's out of range. I guess I'll take a step. Infested, 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 infested. Everything is infested except for this Ancient Lich and this Tentacle Monstrosity. Everything's dying, it's awesome. Get BDC on those dudes. Lich goes down. Get some more infestation, and we're going to use another Ambrosia. Unfortunately, my scarabs are behaving kind of stupid while I'm confused. Just hanging out next to me instead of fighting. It's that baddie behavior. Okay, we're not confused anymore. Get another infest. I would like this elementalist to go down before he does a freezing cloud. Same for this thing. This is awesome. Oh man, it's brutal. The other cool thing is Gozag is just providing me with a lot of safety here because, well, consider it. How often these guys are just not doing anything because of the gold. We're pretty much killing the entire floor right now. It's great. Use Ambrosia again. Why not? No longer Ambrosia'd. So the screen is so gold, it's hurting my eyes a little bit. It's really, certainly something. Not going to waste infestation casts on just one thing. Well, maybe I should, I guess. I'm going to have to need to... I have a need to replace my army. This isn't... It's not like the floor is done yet. Those are gauntlets of war. And we only have +2 gloves, so seems pretty clear that we're going to end up, well, it's not who I wanted to haunt. I wanted to haunt that thing. Probably end up wearing those, depending on what this is. Strength, huh? 3% necromutation versus 3% necromutation. So my strength in this leather armor is not hurting me at all, so I'm thinking we do in fact wear the gauntlets of war. Not because I care about slaying, because it's just one more AC. 19, 21, 17, 21, you know. Well, that's a ring. It's not one I'm going to be wearing though. Trying to see if there's anything I can drop here. It doesn't look like it. I don't think I'm even going to check for boots of running anymore because I would just rather have the RF. Well, there's some damage coming my way. Whew. I think that the only sane option here is probably to walk away. On the other hand, these things are slowed, so I think we're safe. Yeah. I guess I should heal wounds. Would be real unfortunate if I ate a death just because I was too stingy to use my healing potions. This Titan with BVC. These tight little corners are a little annoying. I can't, even if I had a big army right now, it wouldn't really be easy to pull in here. But that's fine, we'll just make new guys around the enemies, like that. Pretty much done with this level, we're just mopping up really. The hard part was, of course, the entrance, since we decided to go the, you know, insane difficulty route of fighting right at the entrance there. Not something I really recommend doing, but you know, when you have a lot of magic on your side, you can start kind of sort of doing whatever you want within reason. You can start doing goofy stuff. I still think that what I did was a little bit foolhardy because I'm you know, on that low hit point deep elf race, but it's not really a big deal. I mean, I had so many blank scrolls. That's part of the benefit of worshiping Gozang, by the way, is you simply end up with more resources than anybody else. It's like a hidden benefit of Gozang, because a lot of people don't take that into account. They're like, oh, Gozang's so great because of the, you know, the ability you can use instantly that saves your bacon early on. Potion Petition, and fine, that's great. Helps a lot, truly powerful. But the things that get people killed, especially if they're just not terribly great at the game, is later on they don't have very many resources that fix their mistakes, like blink scrolls and healing potions. Well, look at all this crap that I have. It's because it was in shops and I bought it. You know, and if you want to, you can focus on getting distilleries and scroll shops. It's kind of hard. It's not common for Gozang to totally screw you on shops. Like if you get 2-3 shops, you're almost guaranteed to get at least one that's filled with stuff that you're going to end up using. So just something to keep in mind. And even if he does, you've got Potion Petition to fall back on, you know, if need be. Alright. Alright. Well, that's the floor. I see prune spawned. It's kind of cute. I see Imagine Bow is here. That's a meme weapon. Don't use it. It's garbage. You're just hurting yourself every time you cast a spell. Having Archmagi on a staff is, you know, it's nice. It's the same thing, though, as having a spell enhancer on the staff. The only extra thing you're getting is MP +6 and MP +6. And you're not going to swing with this thing unless you're stupid, because it's just a quarterstaff. At this point in the game, it doesn't matter. So the real problem is the hidden -1 hit point every time you cast something. It's just not... It's not worth the trouble, essentially. You are going to end up getting yourself killed with that weapon, so I highly recommend you don't use it. Okay. At this point, I can kill everything very easily, so we're going to focus on getting defense up a little more. Fighting and dodging, because I badly need hit points. This is a very, very low number of hit points. I'm not a big fan of being so low. And that's just coming with the territory of being a deep elf. At least if you're a felid, you get extra lives, but guess what? We don't. So that's vaults. We cleared out slime, we cleared out vaults. Only 30 minutes in, so we can go ahead and do depths. We could also do crypts if I wanted to, and I think I actually... Oh man. Wait a minute, how am I doing on shatter? 54%? How am I doing on spell levels? Only 2. Are there any spells that I'm just not using? I'm not using Confuse anymore, not really. Yeah, let's take off Confuse. Is there anything else that I'm just not using? I'm not using Swiftness, but I would like to, so... Butterflies is a thing I'm only using sometimes, but it's fine. Tell you what, let's actually go for spell casting. Get like a few more spell levels. We only need 4 more to get Shatter. So we'll level up once, and then we'll get, you know, whatever. I'm gonna buy this, and I would like to get Shatter. Oh man, guess I could drop Lightning Spire. No, I don't want to drop Lightning Spire. Let's just go into Crypts real fast. Oh my god. It's like I'm psychic or something. It's like I knew I was going to need... It's like I somehow knew that I was going to need this, you know, to avoid dying to a big group of Greater Mummies and Khufu. Let's just... What, did I get haunted? Is that what happened? Let's just use BVC and pull up Khufu. See, Khufu does not have Dispel Undead, and neither do the Greater Mummies as far as I know. Yeah, I don't think they can. So we're just gonna, well, what am I doing? I'm gonna BVC Khufu here. No, let's just walk on away from Khufu. Blink out of here. Not exactly setting those down correctly, but whatever. Man, I wish I had Dispel Undead. This Flayed Ghost can't really hurt me. We're just going to BVC. We're just going to let BVC do the work for me. Whoops. My RC file is kind of screwing me here. Okay, that's a rock wall. Guess what I can do with rock walls? I can dig through them. And down he goes. Sort of an awkward fight. I did a bunch of wrong things there, but whatever, it worked. Necromutate, rest, come down, BVC, BVC these guys too. I could get smited for a lot of damage, I suppose. Oh man, give me a scarab. Oh, my Death Scarab is destroyed. Okay. Remember, these guys can do a truckload of damage. Let's BVC. And there's the damage. I mean, Dire Flail of Draining. I mean, it's just a Skeletal Warrior, but we do not have AC or GDR. So, you know, it adds up to quite a lot. I think the only sane option here is I'm just going to have to blink. We'll haunt that thing. Finally, we're getting some little buddies on the floor. That's going to help a lot. We'll make a spire. And we'll infest that stuff too. Okay, there we go. Now our army's on the floor. Now we win. There we go. If I wanted to, I could do Tomb as well, but I don't think I'm going to risk it on this character, even if I do have Necromutation. Usually Necromutation means like, okay, gee, I'm going to do Tomb as a matter of course, but with this much hit points and the fact that Zot traps exist there, just not really worth the trouble. I mean, I'm actually tempted to not do. Frankly, I'm tempted to not do this. You know, Crypts. But I am, because there's a substantial amount of gold in here. Way more gold in Tomb, but kind of a risk versus reward thing. If there's a minimum amount of risk and enough reward, then sure, I'll do it. Tomb has too much risk for this character. Crypt has almost no risk, barring ridiculous landings like the one I got a second ago, which frankly wasn't even that bad. Magical power, well, we can just turn that off. I don't need those. Wow, I sure have found a lot of rings of protection, rings of evasion, a lot of mundane rings. I think this leads to nothing, and yes it does. And that does too. So I just wasted 2 flight potions, but that's fine. I should turn on Recommutation. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Looks like we've got that ridiculous Zotrat vault. And as always, I'm not going to go in the intended way because that would be suicide. We're getting pretty wrecked. Let's use heal wounds. Take a step. What is that thing? I guess I'll put on Synv. Oh, it's a hasted vampire. And I was wondering why he was doing so much damage to me. It's because he's doubling up on it with the haste. I thought it was just one of those invisible demons. There's probably a risk of death there, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know, two melee attacks. Yeah, he probably could have taken me down, so that's where that low hit point stuff is just not fun. You know, you gotta be careful. I'll drop Staff of Death. I would just rather have more mana than spell power at this point. Okay, how are we doing on our trip to being able to memorize Shatter? It looks like we're here. No, I'm not going to mess with my spell letters just now. It's a little too late. I'm too used to them. Let's train nothing but Earth for the rest of the game, most likely. We'll use our last Brilliance. Get that Shatter. he is invisible. And he's dead. Sweet. Already got Shatter down to 41%. Still a little bit concerned with all these Zot traps. I could very easily get slammed here. Let's put on Lich Form. Not worried about miscasts. I just want to make sure I'm drawing out everything in this vault. I think it's pretty reasonable to say I've killed everything in the vault. I mean, considering the amount of noise I've made, I'm going to be pretty upset if something walks out and hits one of these traps. Oh boy, what a nice amulet, but not for me. Oh my gosh, look at this. MR minus. Look at this total garbage. I swear it's like it guarantees that what you get is crap. Not even gonna lie. I think that somehow, I don't even know if this is possible, but somehow I feel, my feeling is, it's probably not how it works, but my feeling is that the rewards veer towards garbage or stuff your character can't use. But again, I know that's probably not even possible for a vault. I mean, if I wanted to, I could look it up, but I don't think that's even, I don't think it's, I think it's agnostic of what your character is. So what I'm saying is just kind of me joking around, but the joke is that vault is insane to go into normally, and the rewards are not even worth it. Alright, we're on Crypts 3. BBC should take this thing out. Whoops. Now he does have Dispel Undead. Oh wait, no he doesn't. Thought he did. Well, in that case, Necromutation essentially gives you immunity to Curse Skulls as long as you can handle the melee that comes along with it. These guys gather up. Nice. Double nice. Lich Form. So many Guardian Mummies. This is great. This is just a big army we get to make. And again, turn that into Scarabs. There's a Nushtabi. What a neat little tile. Now they have Dispel Undead, so let's infest and kill it before it can get into range. Thanks for the harm amulet. I really wish those would get removed. It is the worst item in the game, probably. I think I'd rather wear, if I was forced to wear one, I think I'd rather wear the robe of misfortune than a harm amulet. I'm not even joking. That's how lowly I think of harm amulet. So when people argue with me, like, oh no, harm's not that bad, like, oh, there's a place for it, like, this is how wrong I think you are. Harm is like a great thing to do if you like to lose. Or if you're trying to transition your character into, you know, a coffin, then that's a great item to use and you should equip it. But if you're trying to, you know, not die, if your goal is to win the game, then I would suggest not wearing Harm. Just a friendly tip. Wow, what just happened there? Oh, I cast Fear accidentally. Whoops. I meant to cast Lich Form, which we are now in. I can't get all three. Yes, I can. There we go. Time to get some real scarabs. This is like a mini tomb is what this is trying to be, this little vault. I like this. This is pretty decent vault design. Now, it's a little power creepy. I mean, this is like an insane number of mummies, so it's essentially upgrading Crypts 3 to Tomb 3. But at this point in the game, I think that's fine. I mean, really, if you can't handle this, your character should at least have the ability to walk away from it. So it's really not a huge deal. Let's use Curing, get rid of that rot from the death curses. Whew, there's a death curse. Jeez, what a massive Crypts 3. Book of the Earth we don't need. Bye, Susan. Haunt, haunt. Clutch. Bye, Susan. Sweet. Done. Done with that. There's the Robe of Night. I was trying to remember the name of this item the other day. I knew that there was something that lessened your line of sight. Whew, that is a great item. I may actually wear it. Jeez. But that takes away MR++. Liches still can't touch me. Ancient Liches can, but as soon as I level up, they probably won't be able to. And if I use Necromutation, surprise, they can't touch me. So I think we can get rid of this thing. We lose a little bit of mana. We lose our core, which is unfortunate. But the extra AC, well, actually this has MR+, so that's why we're safe. We get Senv, we get the lowered loss, which is hugely powerful. We lose our core, but I have resistance potions, and a lot of them, I think. Yeah, 4. So that's doable. I just gotta watch out for really high damage corrosive bolts. I should probably check him, see what this guy can do. He could be like a I'm so used to seeing melee ghosts, I sometimes forget, like, oh yeah, there's, you know, there's ghosts that aren't just melee ghosts. You know, because it could be like Firestorm or something, and that's no good. Sort of a nasty landing here, but it's not a whole lot that these scarabs can't solve for you. We're 56 minutes in. I'm probably only going to handle this one floor, and then we'll just call the video. I'm not going to finish out this run or anything. All right. Nice little army we have already. I do love how this turns into a steamroll, essentially. Okay. Caustic Shrike can enjoy the wonders of getting BVC'd. Actually, I'm just going to send my scarabs to kill that thing. Forget that. Doing pretty well on Shatter, 16%. We're getting there. Ooh, Potion of Experience. Get some Earth Magic there. Down to 14%. I am tempted to just... You know, I may just go ahead and finish this out. I mean, how hard could it really be? With 12,000 gold, I could just bribe the crap out of Zod. Well... No, I shouldn't. I should absolutely not rush through depths just for fun. That's the kind of thing that gets you killed easily. We may have found the Enchantress's pack? Possibly? Yes, we did. Okay, on principle, I have to check out Fairy Dragon Armor. It's pretty good this time. It's pretty good. We're not going to wear it. I'm very happy with this dark robe. Alright, pretty much an hour in. I'm going to call the video here. Next time we'll finish out depths, we'll hit Zot. We're going to have our very low hit point ascent soon, so hopefully I don't just get murdered. But all in all, we're doing quite well, I think. So that's cool. And we're going to have Shatter, which is great. Shatter's going to make Zot 5 easy. My only fear for the rest of this run is the Orb Run itself. I may get Disjunction. let's go ahead and pick up that book. We'll see if I can get Shatter and Disjunction online. And if I'm going to do that, I should probably get regular Blink as well. So that's going to require a little bit of investment. So we'll just kind of see, because Pog's going to turn off is the thing. No Pog. No Pog for Zot or Orb Run, so I'm going to probably want one of those two. But anyway, yep, I'm having fun. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this too. Until next time, I'm signing out.